Why hello there and welcome to a Revolting review. I am Random Ross and today I review the film Lifeforce. So this is based on the book, horror science fiction novel The Space Vampires by Colin Wilson. And this movie adaptation is directed by the great Tobe Hooper, starring Stephen Railsback, Peter Firth, Frank Finlay, and Matilda May. I'm pronouncing her name right. So this is a 1985 science fiction horror where a crew of astronauts on a British-American space shuttle called the Churchill find this like spaceship sort of colony place where they find dead bat-like creatures, but then they find 3 human-like creatures, 2 naked males and 1 naked female in these pods, and they bring them back to Earth, taking up to 30 years to do so. Anyway, they eventually get back to Earth after 30 years when the shuttle is burned and destroyed, and then the female wakes up and she drains the life force and energy out of people, because in this take, these vampires are energy feeding vampires. They're not like the blood sucking kind. These are like vampires that are like alien creatures that suck the life force out of people, and she plans to bring upon this space shuttle thing. Anyway, yeah, enough with the plot. Let's get on to our likes and dislikes. First of all, the likes. I like the lead actress in this, Matilda May. She was beautiful in this. I mean, yes, she was naked throughout a majority of the film, and we did see a lot of her nudity and that. But how she just did it, how she performed in this film, it was sort of hypnotizing, mesmerizing, the way she, just walked around looking emotionless, but putting men in a hypnotic trance with her looks and charms. And, she didn't need to say very much lines, but she spoke in this, and the actress, she never spoke a word of English, until she did this film and learned the language. And this was her first ever acting role as well. She's, from what I've read on her, she's a dancer, and yeah, she did brilliant in this film. And, the way she executed her character was just spot on, and I really loved that. I also like the other cast in this, including Steve Railsback and Peter Firth. They were all great in this as well, in their performances and roles. And this also had Patrick Stewart in it, playing a character called, playing Dr. Armstrong. Now, yeah, Patrick Stewart, probably, this was a few years before Star Trek Next Generation, so I don't know if he was as big as he were or whatever back then, but still, it was fun to see him in it, a familiar face in that. And he was just, well, he wasn't in it long and was possessed by the space girl, the vampire space girl. The 2 actors they had for the male vampires, Chris Jagger and Chris Jagger, as in Mick Jagger's brother, and Bill Malin, but they didn't really do much in this film either. In fact, their roles were very minor, but yeah, that was alright. But yeah, and I thought the effects, now the effects for this I think still hold up. Yeah, there is a few effects when they're gliding through space that look a bit dated now, but still the rest of the effects for this movie were pretty much, spot on, and I think have aged well. You know, I mean, they still hold up to me anyway, in my opinion, but there are them small effects that I feel are a bit dated, but still, I thought the effects for this film and for its time were pretty good, and that was greatly done by the special effects. The story, now, I watched this the other night, and I mean, it's kind of like that film 10,000, is it 10,000 BC, where it's like that hot cave girl and no one really knows much about the plot. I kind of got that vibe from it, and yeah, just being mesmerised by the vampire space girl in this. And also, with her back to her doing this, performance and doing it nude for a lot of the film, that was a very brave move she made, because, I mean, it can't be comfortable to be the only one nude on set for a lot of the time. And not to mention this was filmed in England, where it was probably a bit cold, but still, she, soldiered on. And I think she got used to it after a while, but yeah. So yeah, any dislikes? I guess it was a bit of a slow burn, but in a good way. But I don't have much negatives to say about this film. It was nicely done. I mean, there were, like I say, a few dated effects, but hey, I enjoyed this film. I watched it, and yeah. So my final thoughts and ratings now. Lifeforce, I recommend it. I like the whole take they do on the vampires, giving them the ability to feed on life force energy, and they're not like blood-sucking vampires, they're life force energy vampires. And we don't get that much in this. I like how they changed the mythos on these vampires up a bit. So, my ratings. Also she made a few life force energy vampires as well, and if they didn't feed on a life force, they turned to dust. Yeah. Okay, so ratings. I enjoyed it, so I'm gonna give Life Force a 4 machetes out of 5. I think this film is quite underrated as well, I think, because I don't hear enough people talk about it. So there you go. That's my review on Life Force. Have you seen this one? Let me know down in the comments below if you have. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, and please feel free to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. All my social media links are down below in the description, and this might probably be the last Revolting review for a while, because this week, it's the 1st of October and the start of my 31 days. So 31 days is coming, yeah. So any horror movie reviews I'll probably review on my main channel for, because it's October, the Halloween season. I'm still going to celebrate it in my own way, so yeah. So if you want to check that out, you want to see 31, then yeah, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. It's my 4th year doing it, so yeah. Alright, well, there we go, that's it for this video, so until next time, don't have nightmares.